Big time hit, game. And that's going to be a walk-off RBI single. Swung on, chopper to third. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's over the head of the center fielder, and it's a home run.
Oh, my
goodness.
Homer. Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Tri-Township Tigers Baseball Club hosts their rival, the South Central Satellites. This is Indiana High School Baseball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, our sports analyst, Kevin Hannon. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. And we welcome you to Tiger Field in La Crosse, Indiana, 46348. As we are back for more, set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our fourth spring sports broadcast of the 2025 season, we have talked with both head coaches of the South Central Satellites, Brent Jones, and the Tri-Township Tigers, Mike Shinrod, on the Saturday Sports Line a couple of times. When we look at the home team in today's contest, Coach Shinrod and his Tigers started their season on the road against West Central and fell 5-2. They followed that up with a big win over the Culver Cavaliers, 11-0. They then beat Lake Station on the road 4-0. Then this past Friday, they fell to conference foe Washington Township 14-1. The Tigers have been without several key players, not due to injury, so we expect to see several of them return in this one tonight. The Tigers come into this matchup at 2-2 on the year and 0-1 in PCC play. When it comes to hitting, Dylan Stewart leads this team with a .417 batting average up to this point. Right behind him is Ethan Daly, hitting right at .300, and then rounding out the top three is Cody Vernich, averaging a .250 at the plate. As a whole, this team has a .174 batting average with an on-base percentage of .349. They have 15 hits, 18 runs, and 13 RBIs on the year. Cole Frank leads the team in on-base percentage, averaging a .625. Dylan Stewart leads with 8 stolen bases on the season. So it's very obvious this team is aggressive when getting on base. We look to see that from them again in this one tonight. Looking at the pitching for the Tigers, they have used 5 different arms through the 23 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 3.35. They have allowed 11 hits, 19 runs, and have struck out their opponents 51 times. Dylan Stewart leads this team on the mound with an ERA of 0.78. That is who we will see on the mound for the Tigers today. Very excited for this one. With us this evening, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond, we are honored to have longtime former area baseball head coach Kevin Hannon. Happy Monday, Coach.
Happy Monday, and happy belated Easter to everybody out there.
Yes. Did you have a good weekend?
Did.
Good.
Got to watch a lot of baseball and enjoy some quiet time.
Well, good. Well, we are ready for this one. Thoughts on the Tigers' 2-2 start on the season. We know hey, we talked about it with head coach Mike Shinrod on the Saturday Sports Line. There's expectations with this team. Talk about the start so far.
Yeah, they've they bring back a couple guys that played some critical roles in last year's success, and Stewart and Vernich, and they're off and going. Washington Township has never a bad loss, no matter what the final score was. So they've looks like they've hung in there in their other 3, and now they're getting into the meat of the schedule with the conference going.
Well, we remember the last time we saw them was in that big regional championship matchup with your alma mater of Morgan Township. That I always remember that one inning where the Tigers were able to get those 5 runs they gave up in the first half inning. Really incredible what they did that day. But you fast forward, they lost some key seniors on this team. What do you do as a head coach when you have to maybe rebuild or repurpose, retool? What's the right terminology for what a head coach, when they have the success like that, being a sectional champion, what do you have to do to turn the next year and maybe do something like that again?
Well, first of all, you've got to figure out who's back. And then the next thing, and it sounds simple, you have to replace the missing pieces. So I know last year Lacrosse had when I saw him 2 games, he was all world and the rest kid is short. And, I see now they got a freshman out replacing him, and it's at a small school where there's not a lot of movement, kids coming in, you basically know who you have. These coaches have an advantage where in the fall they have middle school baseball in their conference. So the coaches are involved, so they see their youth kids coming up throughout their program, and you kind of got an idea when a kid's in the 7th, 8th grade
what he's going to be bringing
and when they're going to help you.
Wow. So that's how things happen behind the scenes. You fast forward, get a rough start against the West Central Trojans, but now you see your rival. This is a game head coach Shinrod said on Saturday that is good either way, whether you win or lose. Yes, you don't want to lose a conference matchup, but this is a game where you face a rival, and I think that's the story of this week, of the games we're covering this week. When you face your rival, how that can kind of turn up the season, so to speak, moving forward.
Yeah, you just want to come out here and compete. You want to see your team play with some fire, have some energy in the dugout, energy on the field. Just play hard, and win or lose at this point in the season, not a real big deal. You just kind of want to energy level, do the little things right, and see how the rest of the year plays out.
Well, we go ahead and turn the page and look at the South Central Satellites. Head coach Brent Jones, man, he and his team have got out to a tough start, unfortunately. They started their 2025 campaign at home, falling to Wheeler 5-4, tight one there. Then on the road to Portage, 9-5. They traveled to Fairfield and lost 9-3, then hosted Jimtown and fell 14-0. We heard from head coach Brent Jones. He talked about Jimtown, and they're very, very good in that Indiana Northern State Conference, newly formed, that Knox is a part of. But the Satellites turned around. They got their big win there against Whiting on the road, 15-3, before losing to conference foe Morgan Township at home, 17-5 last Friday. Looks like Morgan Township picked up where they left off last year. And then Saturday, this past weekend, they took on a very, very good New Prairie team ranked in the state and lost on the road, 19-0. New Prairie's looking good this season as the Satellites come into this matchup at 1-6 on the year and 0-1 in PCC play. When it comes to hitting, Nolan Eaton leads the team with a .438 batting average up to this point. Right behind him is Nolan Jones, hitting right at a .429, and then rounding out the top 3 is Wyatt Dahl, averaging a .353 at the plate. As a whole, this team has a .243 batting average and an on-base percentage of .368. They have 42 hits, 33 runs, and 28 RBIs on the year. Eaton also leads the team with a .591 on-base percentage. Freshman Carson Rinker leads with 3 stolen bases on the year, so they can be aggressive when getting on base as well. And then looking at the pitching for the Satellites, they have used 10 different arms through the 41 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 8.2. They have allowed 63 hits, 76 runs, and have struck out their opponents 49 times. Thoughts on the tough start for the Satellites?
Well, I just kind of brought a smile to my face when I heard they've used 10 different kids. And, the last few years with the pitch count and we start in colder weather, you've got to have kids that can throw the ball. When you go to Portage and you play, when you're playing New Prairie early on, those hitters are going to be ready to go. And, you're not going to be able to throw one kid out there, have him go 6 innings, 7 innings. I mean, those kids are going to make them work, those hitters. And they played some good competition, and that's good. I think there's nothing wrong with having 10 different guys pitch. You never know where that experience might help you down the road.
Well, you kind of mentioned facing good competition. That kind of doesn't tell the story of the South Central Satellites because of the competition they're facing. what kind of games do you find out what you have after you're facing teams like we had just said, Wheeler doing well? We also said how New Prairie is doing so well. So when you're facing teams like that, what games do you find out who you are? Is it a game like this today?
A game like this, you come back and you play it's as big a rivalry in Union Mills as it is here in La Crosse, as I've coached in it several times. And you want to come out today, and if you're South Central, I think you walk in here thinking you can handle business.
Sure.
They've had a lot of success here the last few years, and most of those kids have moved on and graduated. But I think South Central would like to come in here and just take care of business, would be their mindset.
Well, we are expecting another great afternoon of IHSAA Porter County Conference baseball action as we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives to the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned as we will hear from head coach of the Tri-Township Tigers, Mike Shinrod, after the break. That's in the KVB Coach's Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coach's Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
Have a chance to talk with head coach of the Tri-Township Tigers, Mike Shinrod. Coach, here we are. We talked over the weekend. This is an important game, not just because of the rivalry, but also it sets you up for the rest of the season. We talked about how both teams right now, you and the Satellites, are kind of struggling. Talk about what this game provides in terms of atmosphere, and also what are you telling your guys in terms of bringing the confidence today?
Oh, man, the atmosphere in this game is always intense. It's through the roof. The fans are in it. Players are in it. These are kids that have been battling since they were, probably 5 years, 6 years old, playing against each other. So the atmosphere is pretty intense in this game. And then confidence-wise, they know what they need to do. We have a couple guys getting back today. Donovan Wittes, our starting catcher's back today. Tyler Chambers, our DH, he's back today. So getting them guys back in our lineup, getting them guys rolling, I think that alone brings more confidence to our team, seeing as we can play kids a little better now. Having shortstop Cade Kozelke out, still a little harmful for us, but, we're going to make do with that for the time being, and we'll get through that, and, we're ready for today.
Yeah, definitely. You've got Dylan Stewart on the mound. They're going to have Colton Elkins, their number one, on the mound. It's going to be a duel, I feel like. Talk about what you want to see in the box for the batters.
I just want to see consistent hitting, barrels, putting balls into play hard, and really attacking the pitcher early on. And I think that's key for us is, we know what he throws, so go out there with that confidence and be ready to hit. He's not a high walk guy. very consistent pitcher, so they know that, and they faced him before, so for them it's go out there and battle him.
Message to Tiger Nation here at home.
Come out, support us today. You know the rivalry. Let's get it done today.
Coach, appreciate it.
Yep.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
Hello there. Is this that Last Choice Insurance?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
You mean Second Choice Insurance?
We offer homeowners, auto, farm, commercial, life. Let us know how we can be of guidance.
Okay, I got it now. First Best Insurance.
So contact us, First Choice Insurance, at 574-896-3482 at North Judson, or jingle us at 574-772-5370, and one of our wonderful local agents will take care of you.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School baseball action, what are your keys to the game as a South Central satellite, Coach?
Well, I think it starts with young man on the mound, Colton Elkins. The faster he settles in out there on the mound, if he can get up there and find his rhythm early within the first couple innings, I think that will go a long way to keeping South Central in the game today.
All right, flip sides, keys for the Tigers.
And I know it sounds like a broken record, but you can say the same thing for Dylan Stewart. If he gets both kids on the mound, they need to jump up there and get their team back in the dugout, get them hitting right away.
That is our keys to the game as it's time to sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Tri-Township Tigers in the field to start today, we will see Kyle Hunke in left field. Lucas Geiser is in center field, and Xavier Davis is in right field. The infield shows Ethan Daly at third, Brad Urzik at second, Cody Vernich at first, Hector Osornio will be the shortstop. Donovan Wintus behind home plate as the catcher, and Dylan Stewart gets the call to start on the mound, and this one for the Tigers. For the Satellites of Union Mills, Indiana, their batting order shows catcher Tay Falls leading off, then the designated hitter Corbin DeWitt, right fielder Nolan Jones, and then the shortstop Nolan Eaton as the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be first baseman Wyatt Dahl, then second baseman Carson Rinker, third baseman Hunter Luke bats seventh, left fielder Jackson Spears is at the 8 slot, and at the bottom of the lineup we will see center fielder Noah Howard. In the bottom, we will see South Central ace Colton Elkins on the mound, as that is our starting lineups for today. We will be back to get set for the first pitch. You are listening to KVB's WKVI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
When you are considering buying or selling a property, you can't be too careful. The forms, the regulations, the inspections. You need someone who is experienced to help you with the process. The professionals at Welcome Mat Real Estate are experienced in residential and agricultural, both important for our area. And they can help you with your 1031 exchange as well. Call Welcome Mat Real Estate at 574-896-5138. And a friendly hand will hold you as you work through your real estate transaction.
I wanted to do something in medicine, but podiatry really was exactly what I wanted. It had a lot of the patient interaction, but I also was able to do a lot of procedures and surgery, which is also what I wanted. So it was kind of the best of both worlds that you don't find in a lot of other medical careers.
Please call 574-223-9393 for all your podiatry needs to schedule your appointment with On Health, earning the right to care for you and your feet.
Do you know what to do when you see a down power line? The answer is very simple. Stay far away. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want you to know that down power lines can be very dangerous. Even if they come off the power pole, they still may be energized. Call 911 and wait for instructions from the fire department or power company. The folks at Kankakee Valley RAMC want to keep you safe.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From La Crosse, Indiana, we welcome you to broadcast number 4 of our 2025 spring sports season to see the Tri-Township Tigers host their rival, the South Central Satellites. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the scoreboard operator this evening is Michelle Erzik. Our umpires for this evening are Craig Fott and Raleigh Thill. With us this afternoon, we are honored to have sports analyst Kevin Hannon along for the call. Like I mentioned, I'm Mitch Columby, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we thought we'd be set for Indiana High School baseball, but South Central still isn't here quite yet, Kevin. They had a long drive, you know.
Yeah, it's at 4:29, and, I've seen a lot of these also. And with the anymore with the
fake out, maybe?
transportation issues that school have.
Of course.
With bus drivers and 4:30 starts, it makes it hard to get places on time.
Well, we sure hope for their safe arrival. We're excited to see the South Central Satellites for the first time this season. For both teams, we'll see the Tri-Township Tigers and the South Central Satellites. Both the Satellites, you talk about a program with history with baseball, and then South Central, just kind of that rival of South Central, always wanting to beat South Central. So that's why we're here. We're excited for it. We know the Knox Redskins and the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays are facing off together today. They are also facing off again tomorrow, and that's where we will be so that we could kind of share the rivalries. We wanted to be here for both South Central and Tri-Township. We also want to be there tomorrow for Knox and North Judson, and then on Thursday, it's more rivalry action here on 99.3. We're switching to softball. We'll see the Winamac Lady Warriors host the West Central Lady Trojans. That's a cross-county battle nobody misses. And then on Friday, an old familiar foe. I call it the War on 35. Coach, it's the Winamac Lady Warriors travel to Knox to take on the Knox Lady Redskins. Even though they're not in the same conference anymore, there's some history there.
There is, and the not being conference opponents anymore, that takes a little bit away from it, but still a lot of good battles between those two.
Well, and that's where the season started. If you talk about the baseball club between Knox and Winamac, we weren't able to broadcast that game. They had actually thrown the first pitch. We were still on the air for the Saturday Sports Line that weekend, but I stopped by just to see that game and the way it ended, and you can tell it's still a rivalry. Coach Hendricks, his history at Winamac, and then of course Dustin Waters in his second year. But Redskin Nation, they always show up and they support their kids out on the diamond. That was a fun game to watch. The Warriors were leading the entire game, and the Redskins came back in the last few innings. It was really incredible. But man, talk about your history with Winamac. You coached at Knox for quite a while.
I have, and one thing about Winamac, no lead was ever safe in that game. Kind of what Knox did to Winamac, I had done to me several times, or we had done to us, I should say. Just those kids are, and I mentioned this in the broadcast last week, one thing about Winamac kids, they're always athletic, and they compete, and they usually compete as hard or not harder than your team does.
Well, Winamac's got off to a great start and looking like one of our stronger area baseball clubs around. That's something head coach Mark Hendricks talked to us about a couple of years ago, was building on the momentum that moves forward. And they are just, you talk about from top to bottom, defensively, offensively, they are really not making many mistakes. And good for them. And head coach Hendricks, he's just a longtime coach that's done well for their program.
Yeah. And it'll continue to roll. We saw Addison Allen with a great outing on the mound, and his battery mate, his catcher, was a freshman.
Yep.
They had another freshman in the lineup that had a big day. So the programs that keep rolling year after year, small school programs I'm talking about.
Sure.
You normally see a freshman right in the middle of things, or a freshman or two, and then they become the leaders over time. And it just snowballs.
Well, definitely we'll keep our ear out for some score updates for the Knox Redskins and the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays matchup. As I just said a little bit ago, Coach Hannon and I will be there tomorrow in North Judson to see that rivalry renewed. We'll definitely keep our ear out for some score updates. South Central has arrived. They've swapped starting lineups, batting orders, so they're going to warm up here while we'll continue to talk about this game as we do remind you every morning to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central. You can catch local news as well for our area With Kankakee Valley Broadcasting news reporters Rusty Nixon and Becca Shepard. You can catch their stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Also on our other station, KVB's WYMR, that's Max 98.3 FM with Rusty Nixon. He is in Plymouth to see Plymouth host Mishawaka. The Cavemen are coming to town. Rusty has special guest Eric Teal on the broadcast. So some baseball action on our other station. We always invite you to flip back and forth between 99.3 here on WKVI and 98.3 for Max 98.3 FM Sports. Man, we've got you covered. Rusty Nixon doing such a great job, and Plymouth's got their guy, and should be a good call today on Max 98.3 as the South Central Satellites warm up here. We talk about it in the Coca-Cola pregame show, 1-6. The Satellites, they've seen the competition. That 1-6 record is really kind of deceiving.
Yeah, and these are kids that, for a lot of them, it's their first year as that starter in that program. Central graduated, I don't know how many seniors last year, but those are kids that have kind of been the core for Coach Jones and for Coach Coulter before that were very successful over the years. And now they've got a new generation of kids out there. There's a few names I recognize. I remember we saw Tay Falls in a game we did last year.
He's an up-and-coming athlete.
Yeah, he was good in the game we saw him last year. But they're all new kids, and I'm sure they're competitive kids, and I'm sure they're athletic kids. And, it may take – nobody said you have to win anything the middle of April.
No. Well, and then days like today, it's not sunny. It's kind of windy, a little chilly. Well, not a little chilly. There's people wearing blankets today. But this is the weather you get the game in. It's not raining. You got to get these games in April. And you kind of said that last week. You said it almost is more impressive in the earlier portion of the season because you're playing more against the weather than you are later on in the season when it gets warm.
Yeah, it's April's. Most years it's not a whole lot of fun to play baseball in weather. Even today, my truck said 55 as I'm driving across, but I wouldn't want to stand out there outside the press box today with the way the wind is and the cold. And, for kids in that, you just survive. You move on. You don't want to get anybody hurt in cold weather, and just be competitive and do the little things right.
Well, the Tigers are in reminiscent jerseys we remember last year, white tops with black bottoms and green trim. You had kind of mentioned the jerseys. What'd you call them?
Oh, there was hanging up here in the press box. There's a white jersey, looks like the new Major League City Connect uniforms, and just kind of interesting where they take the nickname Tri-Town
instead of the full Tri-Township, and then the South Central Satellites in their classic away jerseys, all, what do you call that, dark navy blue?
It's navy blue with central block on the front with gray pants.
There you go. Of course, you had several years there at South Central.
Yeah, I had some good years, and hard to believe that it's almost been 20 years ago. So
time flies.
I do recognize a couple of the names on their lineup card, and a Rinker and an Eaton, and I believe I've coached either their dads or siblings. So that's always fun.
Nolan Eaton is definitely one of the standout players on this satellite team. And you talk about the youth. Tay Falls was a freshman last year. He's the leadoff man for the Satellites, and he must be pretty quick. He gets on base, and he can cause problems.
Yeah, you don't often see that at this level out of the catcher position. But I remember last year he was very, very athletic and hit up in the top I think he was at the bottom of the lineup last year as a freshman in that loaded lineup they had. But yeah, he did a really nice job handling the pitchers on the day that we saw him.
Yeah, Falls in his 26 appearances on the season, he's a .318 average. And he has an on-base percentage of .423. Not bad for the leadoff man.
Nope, that's what you want right there. It's just someone to get on base anyhow.
Yeah, you'll see Corbin DeWitt after that, the designated hitter. And Corbin on the season right now, he is 22 appearances coming into today, a .235 hitter with an on-base percentage of .409. So those are the two guys that Coach Brent Jones really likes to have at the top of the batting order. And you've kind of said it before, then you place someone maybe at the 8 or 9 slot to kind of help roll back to the top of the batting order. It's interesting how coaches kind of put their lineup together.
Yeah, it's always nice when you have someone at the top that can get on base, but yet again, someone in the 8-9 hole that basically you have a chance to flip your lineup, get that 9-hole hitter on base, second leadoff man.
Well, we have an old friend in the press box now. He's dressed as ready to broadcast. It's Chris McGowan. What are you doing, Chris?
I came to watch a little bit of baseball.
He's what? Are you the PA announcer today? Are you the PA announcer today?
No, I'm not doing anything today.
He's just
I'm here to watch baseball and eat chips.
Well, we're excited for this one today. Chris is here in the booth. We're glad he joined us. But, man, these South Central Satellites, they've been battle-tested. They come in today, and like Coach Hannon said, they are going to want to come at these Tigers and attack early. We remember this game last year, 20-plus runs the Satellites were able to put on the Tigers. That's something that head coach Shinrod talked to Chris and I over the weekend. They remember that.
I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down in that third base dugout that isn't listed. The scorebook copy of that game is not listed somewhere.
They just weren't able to get anything going, and I think Coach Shinrod was a little disappointed. Of course, that was the first game of the season last year, if I'm not mistaken. Our first broadcast of the season there at South Central, and the Satellites just were rolling. They rolled right over the Tigers, and maybe that is what woke them up, and that's what we spoke with about head coach Shinrod, was that game last year kind of showed them, hey, if we're going to have the season we want to have, we can't have this happen. So maybe it was kind of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you have a team, small 1A school, any size 1A school, and you're playing competition throughout the year, yeah, you might take some lumps throughout the way, but you just hope your kids understand why you're doing it and hope that they get better in those games and don't just go to the dugout, hang their heads, but you just hope that they compete and they're able to not maybe look at the scoreboard in between innings and see you're down 17-1, 18-0, and just it will pay. If the kids hang in there, it's going to pay off in the long run when you get just from seeing those arms, and for pitchers seeing those kind of hitters.
Yeah, 22-4 was the final last year, and a shocker really, because the Tigers, we knew that the type of season that they were going to have, it just didn't translate on the diamond that day so long ago. April 15th, so that was a year and 6 days ago. Kind of hard to believe that time is flying this fast. But the Satellites, they show up today, maybe a little confident. Maybe they showed up a few minutes behind on purpose, kind of throwing things off. You never know.
And it does
make the Tigers stand around.
It does, because we don't see. We're getting closer and closer to first pitch, and we don't see any activity in the bullpen.
No, the Tigers,
Dylan warmed up quite a while ago now, so hopefully he is able to stay loose in the dugout and be ready to go, because as I mentioned in the pregame, this first inning is going to tell us a lot. What Stewart comes out with, he can set the tone for the game in that first inning.
Dylan Stewart, .78 ERA. That's pretty good through 4 games.
Yeah, that's very good through any games.
Well, we're still awaiting, might be still awaiting our umpires, actually, for this evening. Oh, here they come.
They're here. Working. We're just waiting on – we're going to give South Central's pitcher time to get properly warmed up.
Yeah, our umpires, as I mentioned, Raleigh Phil and Craig Fott. We remember Raleigh Phil in the fall football season. Chris got to know a little bit down there on the sidelines, and they're making their way to home plate to probably go over the rules, as they always do with both head coaches, as we remind you, Dylan Stewart going on to the next level. Coach Hannon had talked about him warming up here and trying to stay warm, but something that's interesting is he's going on to the next level to pitch, and I think that's pretty cool. Someone from Tri-Township, La Crosse, Indiana, an opportunity to go pitch at a pretty good D1 school from what I've heard when it comes to pitching.
Yeah, anytime. And just to continue playing in this day and age of the way scholarships are going, the way NIL's going, the way the transfer portal's going, if you really want to be a baseball player and you're good enough to go somewhere, who knows where you might end up. You hear all these stories about kids from Wabash, kids from Ball State. They end up pitching really well for a couple years. Next thing you know, they're at Texas A&M or they're at Tennessee or they're at LSU. So, I mean, there's a lot of stories that way of kids that have just – people are going to find you if you can play the game.
And he's got a good frame, real tall, stays in shape all year round, and works with head coach Mike Shinrod from what I've seen behind the scenes. They put in the work, and they love the sport of baseball, and I think that's where it starts. You really got to love the sport in any sport. You got to love it if you want to become someone at the next level.
Absolutely you do. I don't know the kid personally, but he's been on the travel ball circuit. He has played, now he's in his 4th year of high school baseball. You've got to love it. You can't just be doing it for others, and hopefully it all works out for him in his future.
Well, we're still standing by. Both head coaches meeting with our umpires. They're shaking hands, getting ready to get things rolling as the first batter we will see, like we mentioned, Tay Falls, and then on the mound will be Dylan Stewart. We'll go ahead and talk about who's in the field for the Tigers. If you're just now joining us, our LAP Way starting lineups in the field for left field, I should say, is Kyle Hunke of the Tigers. Lucas Kaiser's in center field. Xavier Davis is in right field. The infield for the Tigers shows Ethan Daly at third, Brad Erzik at second, Cody Vernich at first, Hector Osornio, the freshman, will be the shortstop. Donovan Wittas behind home plate is the catcher, and Dylan Stewart is on the mound for the Tigers with that .78 ERA. And then for the Satellites, up to bat first is Tay Falls, the catcher, then designated hitter Corbin DeWitt, right fielder Nolan Jones, and then the shortstop Nolan Eaton is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be first baseman Wyatt Dahl, then second baseman Carson Rinker, third baseman Hunter Luke, bat seventh. Left fielder Jackson Spears is at the 8 slot, and then in the 9 slot is Noah Howard. So that is the lineup for today, what both coaches had talked about, and they told Chris and I on Saturday morning, well, head coach Shinrod said we're expecting Elkins, and Coach Jones said we're expecting Stewart. So both coaches kind of know what's going to be thrown at them today, and I think that just adds to the rivalry.
Oh, absolutely. I know both teams had conference games on last Friday. And I don't know where they were before that, but I'm sure when they're making out their pitching practice schedule, pitching game schedule, that you circle South Central and you say, I'm going to have my number one on the hill for that game. Same thing happened in South Central's dugout, I'm sure.
Head coach Jones heads to third, getting ready to coach. Final few warm-up pitches here for Dylan Stewart. South Central got warmed up quick. They got
did.
Here and they're ready to go.
There was no messing around down there. They went
games
down and got themselves loose and got the arms going. Pitchers continuing to throw as the team's preparing to bat, but they really they got on about their business once they walked through the gate.
One more to go, and then they will throw down, and we will see Tay Falls step into the box for the first plate appearance of our afternoon. First plate appearance of our busy week here on WKVI. 4 games in 5 days. As Tay Falls will step in, the right-handed hitter, to face the right-handed pitcher, Dylan Stewart. Falls, we mentioned .318 average on the season. This will be his 27th appearance of the year. He has 7 hits, 7 runs, and 2 RBIs.
Every gadget known to man is on that young man, with his sliding mitt in his back pocket and left shin covered in a guard, left elbow covered in a guard. So he's ready.
First pitch offered is a ball from Stewart inside. Second one finds the zone for strike one. First pitch that he threw came in at 80. On our little pocket radar here. The 1-1 from Stewart. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Stewart with the 1-2 to Falls. And that one will miss, evening it up at 2-2. Falls with an on-base percentage of .423, a slugging percentage of .409. Sophomore steps back in the 2-2 from Stewart. And that one misses, so it'll be a full count, an interesting one there.
Went breaking ball, said it was inside. I think that one went around the plate is what Mr. Phil would tell you.
The payoff from Stewart is inside at the hands. And that will walk Tay Falls as he gets on base.
It's a big start for the Satellites. That's
huge.
Just what they were looking for. We'll see if they go small ball here or what they decide to do here early.
Now stepping up is Corbin DeWitt, the designated hitter. Bunt shown, just misses, and a called strike there. Oh, 0-1 from Stewart to DeWitt. Bunt shown again. So strike two as it misses.
Yeah, not 100% committed to what the batter isn't, to what he's trying to do there. Not very good effort on the first two. So now that puts him in a hole.
The 0-2 from Stewart. Chopper to second, throws to first, and the first out. But it will move Falls into scoring position at 2.
Yeah, DeWitt, not the prettiest at bat right there, but ultimately he got the job done. Put the ball in play softly to the right side to the second baseman, so there was no play at 2, and now we got Falls in scoring position.
Nolan Jones, the right fielder, steps in, the right-handed hitter, for his first appearance this afternoon. Stewart will deliver the first pitch up top, ball called. With Falls in scoring position and one out here, the Satellites have an opportunity. Stewart checks Falls at 2, delivers the 1-0. Bunt shown, but it misses. One here from Stewart. And it misses high for ball 2.
Yeah, Stewart right now just missing on his fastball, missing up. That comes a lot from the nerves and just getting settled into the game.
Checks Falls at 2. Bunt shown, foul tip. So that'll even it up at 2-2 here.
And that right there will show you how important this run is for Coach Jones down at second base. Still trying to bunt right now, trying to just keep moving runners.
Stewart to deliver. Misses outside. Ball 3. So another full count here for Stewart. Very patient, Nolan Jones.
Good at bats so far from the Satellites.
Popped up high, foul, out of play, so it'll keep it full.
And that's going to be another key for both offenses is make the pitcher throw those extra pitches. Like right there, fouling off that tough pitch, not going down swinging.
Misses. Falls takes 3. They throw down to third. It gets past, and Falls will score. That allows Nolan Jones to go ahead and take first.
Ball 4. Ball 4, runner stole third, scored on the throwing error by the catcher.
So the catcher for the Tigers, Donovan Wittis, tried to get it down to Ethan Daly, and it just misses his outstretched glove.
Just was wide. Yeah, the third baseman couldn't reach over and get it, so that'll score the first run of the game.
So Falls brings it in. It's 1-0, the Satellites lead. Next pitch offered. That means Nolan Jones, he got the sign, and he takes 2. This is Nolan Eaton, the cleanup hitter. He showed bunt and pulled it.
I don't think he has any intention to bunt. I think right there, as the
just
runner
to
was
get
in
him.
motion, just distract the catcher a little bit.
1-0 from Stewart to Eaton. And it will miss for ball 2. Stewart, 20 pitches in unofficially, I have.
Yeah, he's really, South Central's doing a good job of getting his pitch count up, not swinging at those borderline pitches.
Stewart delivers the 2-0. It's swung on and missed by Eaton. So now a 2-1 count here. Runner in scoring position on 2 with 1 out. Top of the first here, 1-0. The Satellites lead, and Stewart delivers a little chin music for Eaton. He has to duck out of the way. Just kind of backing him off the plate.
Yeah, he's just amped up a little bit out there. Kind of hasn't got full control of that fastball yet.
3-1, strike called, and now another full count here for Dylan Stewart. He's trying to fight back. Jones on 2. Stewart's checking him. The full count. Big rip back to right field in the gap. It drops in front of the right fielder. It will bring Nolan Jones home, and an RBI single for Nolan Eaton.
Great at bat. Great at bat. Just pitch was on the outside half of the plate, and he just went with it. Hit a line drive to right.
Got a good hit, too, right on the barrel.
Yeah.
Wyatt Dahl for his first appearance of the afternoon. Comes in today, a .353 hitter. He'll step into the box. Shows bunt, foul tip. Comes back at the fence.
No, I didn't flinch on that one at all. Don't worry, everybody at home. I have 2 layers of protection between me and the baseball, and I still am ducking for cover up here.
0-1 from Stewart. Foul tip again on the bunt. So 0-2 here. Dahl's behind. This is his 18th appearance of the season. Dahl, a junior on this team, has an on-base percentage of .500, coach. 0-2 from Stewart to Dahl. Ooh, halfway swung. It looked close there, coach. They're checking down at first, and they call the out. The infield umpire said, yep, he went. So Dahl retires swinging, and that will be out number 2 here in the top of the first. The Satellites lead 2-0 with a runner on first. That's Nolan Eaton. Now we see Carson Rinker, the second baseman, step in. First offered pitch, swung on, popped up. Third baseman Ethan Daly will glove it, and that will be the top of the first. Good job by Daly, as that's out number 3, but 2 runs cross, coach.
2 runs on 1 hit, 1 Tiger error.
And we will take a break and come back. Bottom of the first action on the way. The Tigers host their rival, the South Central Satellites, on WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Shell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. We also thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. 2-0. The South Central Satellites lead the Tri-Township Tigers as we go to the bottom of the first. Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon, and a good job for the Satellites to get on the board first early.
Yeah, extremely. Nothing real fancy, just stolen base. Just the threat of the bunt was enough to put pressure on them and just manufactured 2 runs.
Well, on the mound, we will see Colton Elkins, their ace for the South Central Satellites. Elkins comes in today with a 3.32 ERA. He's 0-1 on the season, but head coach Britt Jones talked very, very highly of him on Saturday, and he said that he's one of those guys that came back this year and expected him to be one of the leaders.
Yeah, that's what you hope for when you graduate that many seniors. You got that next guy in the wing that wants to be the guy.
Yeah, we remember him last year. And now we will see step into the box for the first time this afternoon. This is Brad Erzik, the second baseman. Erzik, a 111 average on the season. And Elkins, the right-handed pitcher to the right-handed hitter, delivers a strike one.
Think about it. In today's pitching matchup, I would almost bet we won't see 2 bigger pitchers in any game in Indiana tonight. These 2 are
very tall,
large young men.
Yes, they are. As the next offered pitch is swung on and missed by Erzik for strike 2, so he's behind the count here. Erzik with a .385 on-base percentage, trying to do that here. The 0-2 from Elkins. Check swing, and it will be called out for out number 1. So quick work there for Elkins.
Really nice strategy from him to get the game started. Throws that first pitch fastball right down the middle and then gets the next 2 pitches are both breaking balls outside. Probably couldn't hit them if you had a 50-inch bat, and they just are tempting enough that couldn't lay off.
Elkins deals the first pitch of the evening to Donovan Wittas, the catcher. He swings and misses for strike 1. I find interesting with the tough times the Satellites have had, Elkins has only allowed 6 hits in his appearances. Hat comes flying off the 0-1. It misses for 1-1. He threw with a lot of effort there.
Yeah, and so far, we've only seen 5 pitches, but, he changes speeds. Looks like he's going to be around the strike zone. Just has the little mound presence about him. You can tell he's
confident.
He's confident. He's done this before.
Next pitch misses. Looked like a breaking ball, perhaps.
Yeah. Was going for that, trying to get the Tri-Township. I'm going to mess this up sometime today. I'm still, my old school mind, it's still lacrosse.
Well, we are technically in lacrosse, so that's okay. 2-1 from Elkins to Wittas. Hat comes flying off again, and this pitch misses for ball 3. So Wittas is really being patient here and staying strong against Elkins as he goes right to work for the 3-1. Strike called. And the head umpire liked that one. So a full count here for Elkins. First time this afternoon against Donovan Wittas, the number 2 hitter. Right-handed hitter steps back in, and the payoff from Elkins. And a strike 3 is called. Wittas can't believe it. He didn't like the call, and he'll go down looking for out number 2.
Yeah, he kind of tossed the bat and started his walk trot down to first base, and that ball evidently had enough of the corner for umpire's liking.
Well, Dylan Stewart, while he throws right, he will bat left today. Steps into the box, left-handed hitter today. Elkins to deliver. Foul tip over the fence. Out of play for strike 1. Stewart, .417 average, leads this team. Not only can he do it on the mound, Coach, he can get it done in the box.
Yeah, he's a talented young man.
0-1 from Elkins, tried the breaking ball, and it misses up top. He tried to get it there.
Yeah, a little off speed. Looked like a old school curveball there. Probably about 60 miles an hour.
Almost looks like a meatball coming in. You just can't help yourself sometimes. And there's the next pitch. He blows it by Stewart. Swings and misses.
And that's exactly why you throw the pitch before that. It makes your fastball look like it's coming in 95.
So Elkins is having some fun here in the bottom of the first with his Satellites putting 2 runs on in the top. The next pitch misses low and away. Coach Chris McGowan had said on the broadcast this past Saturday that he would tell his pitchers you only get a certain number of curveballs to throw today because I don't want your arm to be thrown out.
Yeah, I can see that. I probably would be a little different than that just because everybody's arm's a little bit different.
Sure.
And I would definitely on a day like today not allow my pitchers to go as far pitch-wise as they normally would.
Well, going down looking and striking out was Dylan Stewart for out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down for Colton Elkins. Quick work there in the bottom of the first. We'll take a quick break. Top of the second is on the way.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Keener Construction is a proud supporter of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Let Keener Construction build your home today. Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them today at 574-896-2567. 2-0. The South Central Satellites lead the Tri-Township Tigers. 3 up and 3 down for the Tigers. Not quite the start you'd want if you are Tri-Township.
No, but Elkins was, I won't say he was brilliant in 1 inning and 14 pitches, but you could just tell he used his pitches, changed speeds, had hitters off balance, and, struck out the side. And that's not an easy thing to do in high school baseball when usually those 1, 2, 3 are your better hitters. So he was ready to go from short trip, 12
right
minutes,
away.
12 minutes, get off the bus, warm up, and let's go.
So Dylan Stewart steps back onto the mound for his top of the second here, as in the box is number 17, Hunter Luke. He'll swing and miss, foul tip actually, for the first offered pitch. 0-1 here, and Stewart's going right to work, not wasting any time here.
Yeah.
Next pitch misses in the dirt. Wittis, good job by not allowing that to get past him.
And as having a wife that was a long-time Washington Township teacher, it's like. That's how you pronounce his last name.
Thank you for that.
I'm sure Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa are probably listening. So.
Well, I appreciate you saying something. With a name like Columbia, it was messed up a lot growing up, so I feel their pain. Line cuts and foul tips out of play. 1-2 here from Stewart. Misses outside for ball 2. Good eye there by Like.
Yeah, he just struggling with command of that fastball right now. Hopefully hopefully for the Tri-Township he catches.
That one got past Wittes there, so another ball here for a full count, and that's kind of what he has seen this afternoon. He's getting deep into the count at each at bat.
Yeah, he's just not real comfortable on the mound as of right now.
3-2. And he will end up walking Hunter Like, the third baseman who stayed very patient. Good for him. Now we see the number 8 hitter, Jackson Spears, left fielder.
All the bunts we saw in that first inning, I would have to say that Jackson Spears is going to be looking to do something similar.
118 average. Ooh. Did he bunt?
He did. A beautiful bunt.
That was.
Started out on the grass down the first base line, just caught that lip, the edge of the grass, dirt, and kicked it foul.
Yeah, 118 batting average, a 211 on-base percentage, and he almost did it right there. Dribbler goes foul down the first base line. So the 0-1 from Stewart to Spears. There goes Like to take 2, and he slides in head first. They overthrow it to Hector Osornio. The cutoff man couldn't quite jump up and grab it, but advancing to 2 safely is Hunter Like.
A little bit of a delayed steal right there.
Almost waited a second, but decided
He didn't go on Stewart's break. He kind of paused and basically stole that one on the catcher.
This one gets away from Stewart inside at Jackson Spears, who dips out of the way for ball 1. 1-2 count, no outs, runner in scoring position for the Satellites, and they lead 2-0 here, trying to punch another one in. The 1-2 from Stewart. Oh, man, that one had some movement on it.
Yep, just inside.
So 2-2 to Jackson Spears, and these Satellites are patient today. Foul tip. Hits the fence.
Yeah, I would have to say in Coach Jones's game plan that make Stewart throw as many pitches as you can early.
2-2. Stewart checks her runner at 2. He delivers. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. I thought that was 3.
I do too. I think it was. So he had a foul bunt and 2 swings and misses, but
they're allowing him.
We're going to continue.
Wow. So he'll get an extra.
I've already messed up my scorebook because I put K1 out on there.
So the head umpire is saying it is 3-2 now after that next pitch misses.
Neither dugout
got upset.
Questioned it. So
interesting.
I was probably the one that was wrong.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They throw down to Ethan Daly at third, and he's safe.
Wow.
So off the swing and a miss by Spears, Like goes ahead and takes 3.
Yeah, he stole third. Throw was there in time. Looked like the tag was applied to his helmet, and it was bang bang. I think on Major League Replay Review we might have had one overturned.
Bunt shown here by the number 9 hitter, Noah Howard, and he has to dip out of the way, but the bunt stayed, so that's strike 1. We remember Howard in the winter season, a very good basketball player for the Satellites, quite the shooter. Right-handed hitter to the right-handed pitcher, Dylan Stewart, the 0-1. Misses low and away.
Yeah, on that first strike, that ball, I mean, if he would have turned the other way, it would have hit him in the back. It was a tough play when you squared a bunt and that ball's coming right at you.
The 1-1 from Stewart to Howard. Swung on, popped up high. Daly to try to make a play on it, but he can't get there in time. So staying alive is Noah Howard, who has a 118 average. This is his 21st appearance of the season. He has 3 RBIs on the year and an opportunity to bring Hunter Like home here.
Yeah, that foul ball started out over the third base dugout as I'm watching it, and the wind blew it back in over the third baseman's head as he was running towards the fence.
1-2 misses up top for Stewart. Full count here to Noah Howard, the center fielder.
So I think any fly ball today is going to be an adventure.
The payoff from Stewart misses outside.
That was 2-2. So we've got
some miscommunication
somewhere.
going on.
There's miscommunication between us, the scoreboard, and the umpire.
So that was actually 2-2. Now here's the full count from Stewart. Up top, and he will walk the number 9 hitter, Noah Howard. Runners on the corners for the Satellites with 1 out. Top of the second, they lead 2-0, and now we go back to the top of the batting order, Tay Falls.
Yeah, Falls, who started out the game with a walk, and now you're in a situation where Coach Jones we'll see how tricky he wants to get here. Is the bunt in play? Is the double steal in play?
There he goes to take 2, and the Tigers will allow it to happen. So Noah Howard is now in scoring position on second. Hunter Like at third, and Tay Falls the leadoff man in the box. And you weren't kidding. He's got the ice cream guard and the elbow guard.
Oh,
and
he's got all the guards. Absolutely.
He's looking like he's in MLB The Show. The 1-0 misses, swing and a miss by Tay Falls, but it comes with some swagger, Coach. He's even got the ankle guard.
He does. It's a one-piece guard that goes just from below his left knee all the way covers his toes.
You got to look good to play good, Coach. Falls shows bunt. He'll call time and step out. I mean, he looks the part, right?
He does,
He looks the part.
He does. And there used to be a time not too long ago when you had to have a medical clearance to wear something like that. And now I think they've given up. Doctors don't want to certify all this stuff, so we'll just let them wear it all.
1-1, finds the zone, Falls lets it go. I think part of the fun, though, is if they get on base, they get to take all the stuff off.
Oh, it's a human rain delay out there as you've got a coach running out a guard, too. But he's got his own guard in his back pocket, so he's saving the first base coach some steps.
I mean, it's like going to an MLB game.
Oh, absolutely.
1-2 from Stewart. Good cut
get
back
a
to
run
Hector
home.
Osorono at short. Throws over to first. Gets past the first baseman. Falls is safe. Now a bang-bang play at home. And Noah Howard is safe. So with that, Falls brings both runners in scoring position home. It's 4-0. The Satellites lead, Coach.
Yeah, and I'm going to score that as an RBI single for Falls. The throw from short pulled the runner off the bag late and didn't enable him to make a strong throw home for that second run to score. So that will be an E6 to allow that second run to score.
And there goes Falls to take 2. Bunt shown from Corbin DeWitt. Falls slides in safe as the pitch gets past Wittes. So it will be strike 1 as Corbin DeWitt, for his second appearance, showed bunt. The Satellites are attacking here.
They are, and they're really having a hard time pulling the bat back on those inside pitches. Right there, he ducks out of the way and he gets a strike called because he's still offered at the ball.
Bunt shown again. It'll go foul. And I am up to 27 pitches for Stewart in this half inning. I may be off. That's unofficial, but either way, that's in the 20s again.
Yeah, he's definitely throwing too many pitches early, and defensively, they've given him a couple extra outs, but he just hasn't had his command.
Swing and a miss on the 0-2, and going down swinging is Corbin DeWitt, and maybe that's something that Stewart can build off of here.
Yeah, it's be huge for him to get this third out and limit the damage to just 2 runs.
Nolan Jones got on base his last appearance.
Yeah, he walked, stole a base, scored a run back in the first.
And now here he is for his second. Takes the first pitch, and it finds the zone. Just right there on the outer portion of the plate. A good placement there from Stewart, the 0-1 here with 2 outs and 1 on in scoring position. It's Tay Falls. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Jones. And the wind is picking up here.
Yeah, it's howling right now.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and out number 3. And that will be the top of the second. 2 runs cross for the Satellites.
2 runs on 1 hit and 1 Tiger error.
And a lot of pitches thrown by Dylan Stewart. Will take a break and come back. The Tigers have work to do, down 4-0. Bottom of the second on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. 4-0, the South Central Satellites lead the Tri-Township Tigers. Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon, and you weren't kidding, Coach. Coach Jones for the Satellites has a good game plan. Each batter, we've seen each batter now, and we started to see several batters for the second time this afternoon. They are making Stewart throw as many pitches to them as possible.
Yeah, here later in that second inning, Stewart started getting that first ball fastball across, and that made his life a lot easier. He wasn't behind each hitter, but they're just putting pressure on. They're getting runners on base. They're running them. They're squaring around a bunt. Just all the things that make you think about other things other than executing your pitch. So South Central definitely came out here aggressive offensively.
Well, now first up the bat for the Tigers is number 21, the cleanup hitter Ethan Daly for his first appearance today. The right-handed hitter swings, foul tips, hits the fence for 0-1 here. Elkins still in control. Tay falls as the catcher. We remember hearing about head coach Brent Jones last year talking about how this was their catcher for the future. Here he is as a sophomore. A lot of varsity experience here in just his first 2 seasons in high school.
Yeah, and he's caught a lot of good pitchers over the last couple of years.
No kidding. 1-1 count here from Elkins to Daly, and he swings and misses for strike 2. A little off speed there.
Yeah, he's really done a nice job of he's hitting his locations where he wants to. Wherever fall sets up, he hits the glove. He's out low and outside here. Right on. Didn't have to move. So
wow. As
he took that called third on a little curveball in the outer half.
My gosh, and Daly, I don't even know if I would have swung at that one. It was a crazy pitch, and he will go down looking for out number 1. Elkins just showing us there with 4 pitches, he can get it out quickly.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he wants to do out there on the mound right now.
So now the left-handed hitter, Cody Vernich, will step into the box. First time this afternoon to face Elkins. First pitch is a called strike. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the second, 4-0, the Satellites lead. Elkins, the 0-1 to Vernich. And it misses for ball 1 outside. Vernich comes in today. A .250 average, his 13th appearance on the season, and he swings and misses the 1-1. Has a .500 on-base percentage, though.
That's good.
1-2 from Elkins. Misses outside, evens up at 2-2. Next pitch. Ripped up the middle, and it'll be a base hit for Cody Vernich.
Hit that one solidly. Right back up the middle. Good at bat.
So now the number 6 hitter, Lucas Kaiser, will step in for his first plate appearance of the afternoon. Kaiser, the right-handed hitter, has yet to get contact yet this season in his 12 appearances. This is his 13th. Takes the first one at the hands inside for ball 1. Vernich at 1 with 1 out. Next pitch misses outside, and the wind picks up there, 2-0.
Yeah, every once in a while you can just hear it blowing through the pole barn press box here at Tri-Township.
Up top misses for Elkins, so very patient here is Lucas Kaiser with a 3-0. Checks the runner Vernich at 1, not too worried. He delivers the 3-0, and that one finds the zone for strike 1.
We'll see if Elkins can come get all the way back into this count.
One from Elkins. And that one finds the zone, so now he's got a full count here to Kaiser. What are you throwing here?
I'm throwing fastball right down the middle. You got a 4-run lead. You got runner on first. Full count, bottom of the lineup.
Foul tip, and that's what he did. So Kaiser stays alive here, keeping it 3-2. On deck, Hector Osornio, the shortstop, with 1 out. Full count. And it finds the zone, and Kaiser knew it immediately. He just hesitated, Coach.
Yeah, he just right down the middle. Elkins came all the way back behind 3-0, so big out for the Satellites.
First appearance for Hector Osornio. A 182 average. This is his 13th appearance on the season. Swings and misses the first offered pitch. A 250 on-base percentage is Osornio. And a freshman, we remember him in the winter on the basketball team. 0-1 from Elkins, breaking pitch. Oh, wow.
Another curveball. That one bounced the middle of the left-handed batter's box, and he got the swing.
And he got the swing. It threw Osornio off that much. So that was a full swing. It's 0-2 now. He's behind, and Elkins deals up top for ball 1. That breaking pitch is nasty.
It is. A lot of movement.
1-2. There goes Vernich with 2 outs. Up top misses. Vernich will take 2, so he can record a stolen base.
A little bit of a gamble there. He took off before Elkins had even started to the plate, so he was gambling.
He's in scoring position with 2 outs. The 2-2 up top misses. Full count here to Osornio. Full count here for Elkins. Inside and out of the way is Osornio to take his base.
Good at bat right there. Fought all the way back.
So with 2 on, 1 in scoring position and 2 outs, we now see number 25, Xavier Davis, the right fielder, up to bat, the right-handed hitter. He swings and misses for the first opportunity. Strike 1. The 0-1. And that one misses, evens up for 1-1 here. Davis, a 100 average in his 12 appearances at the plate. He has a 250 on-base percentage. With 2 outs here, Elkins trying to get out of the inning. He'll step off the bump here. And now he wants to talk with catcher Tay Falls.
Just can't get on the same page as his catcher right now. I think they both have different ideas about how they want to get this third out.
So they have their conference. And the 1-1 here from Elkins to Davis. Up top, good eye there, 2-1. And now here comes head coach Brent Jones to have a word with the head umpire here. Something he's seeing.
Yeah, he's seeing something going on out there. I don't have any idea what it might be. Probably something that Lacrosse is, or Tri-Township is doing. I don't honestly know.
So he will return to the dugout. The umpire will keep his eye on for whatever Coach Jones was talking about as the 2-1 finds the zone, evens up at 2-2 here from Elkins.
I mean, my first instinct was that the runner at second was relaying signs, stealing signs, but that's not against the rules of the game, so I don't know.
Sure. Wow, and that one finds the zone, the 2-2. It stuns Davis, and he goes down looking for out number 3. 2 runners left stranded, 1 in scoring position.
Yeah, no runs, 1 hit, no satellite errors.
And we'll take a break and come back. Top of the third action is on the way. You're listening to the rivalry between South Central and Tri-Township on KVB's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
Local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Randall's Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coons Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coons Lake. Top of the third action, Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon, 4-0. The Satellites have had their way so far.
Yeah, they've just had good at-bats. Stewart really hasn't had full command out here on the mound today, which that can come and go at any time. I think part of that is the intensity of South Central's kids in their at-bats, which has been pretty good so far.
Well, now we'll see for the South Central Satellites, the number 4 hitter, Nolan Eaton, for his second appearance today.
Yeah, he had an RBI single in the first.
The first pitch misses for ball 1. Eaton, one of those guys we've kind of talked about over the last couple of years. 438 average coming into today is the next pitch. He's got to dip out of the way. Stewart with a wild pitch there. Rare occurrence.
Yeah, had to dance right over it. That ball was coming right at his legs. Can't believe it didn't hit him.
He got out of the way. Little fire dancer. Next pitch is popped up foul out of play. Well, running the music today in the booth is Jade Pryor. We remember Jade Pryor, one of the all-time greats when you talk about girls basketball here at Tri-Township. As here's the 2-1 from Stewart. Popped up high, back to left field. And it will be gloved by the Tigers left fielder, Kyle Hunke, for out number 1.
Yeah, like I said, every fly ball is going to be adventure. That wasn't an easy play, but he came in about 5 steps and made the catch with 2 hands, might I add. That
he
is
did
a
it
lost
properly.
art in the game of baseball.
So now up is Wyatt Dahl for his second appearance. He'll take the first pitch for a ball.
0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first inning.
On deck is Carson Rinker. The 1-0 from Stewart. Misses inside for ball 2. Stewart kicks and deals. Inside for ball 3 here, so some control issues. Next pitch. That one will miss inside, so he will end up walking 4 straight balls.
Yeah, just high and inside. Wasn't able to adjust during that at bat.
So next up is Carson Rinker, his second appearance today.
Flew out to third baseman back in the first inning.
1 on and 1 out. Top of the third here. There goes Dahl to take 2. And a foul tip off the bunt from Rinker makes it 0-1.
Again, Satellites get a runner on base, and they start him immediately. Get the batter squirt around the bunt. Just making them think.
Next pitch offered, popped up high. Back to right field, but not in time. Getting there was the second baseman, Brad Urzik. So makes it 0-2 here for Carson Rinker with a runner on first, Wyatt Dahl. Stewart checks Dahl at 1. And he will deliver. Chopper right back to Stewart. He'll throw over to first gingerly. Cody Vernich gloves it, and that is out number 2, but it does advance Wyatt Dahl to 2, Coach.
Yeah, good. Just good pitch right there by Stewart, but Rinker did a nice job just putting the ball in play, moved the runner into scoring position.
So next up for the South Central Satellites is Hunter Like, his second appearance.
Walked, stole 2 bases, and scored back in the second.
Runner in scoring position with 2 outs here, top of the third, I should say. Bunt fouls off for strike 1. Like a .067 batting average coming into today. He added to that average at his first appearance.
Yeah, he didn't hurt it any. Anytime you get on base.
As the next pitch misses for ball. Evens up at 1-1 here for Dylan Stewart to Hunter Like. And it will find the gap over the head of the second baseman. It's going to bring Wyatt Dahl all the way home. So an RBI single for Hunter Like.
Again, not a bad pitch by Stewart. He was just able to get the barrel on it and line it past the second baseman to score that run.
The number 8 hitter Jackson Spears steps in to see Dylan Stewart a second time this afternoon already.
Struck out in the second.
And if you're Stewart, you're probably on the mound thinking, how did this happen so fast?
Yeah, and looking back, it's there's no one to blame out here. I mean, he not that he would blame anyone,
sure,
but he allowed the walk, and then a couple batters later, he's got the runner in scoring position, and then that base hit.
And then the next pitch gets past Wittes, so that allows Hunter Like to get to 2 now.
Yeah, and just like that, we're back in that same situation. Runner in scoring position.
The 1-0 from Stewart. bunt shown. Pulled that time for ball 2. 2-0 count here to Jackson Spears, the right-handed hitter. Spears a 118 average. Swings on the 2-0, popped up high. It's gloved by Dylan Stewart for out number 3, and the Tigers get out of the inning.
1 run, 1 hit, no Tiger errors.
And we'll take a break to see what the Tigers can do in the bottom of the 3rd. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration your local Armstrong dealer a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Woodlawn Health, earning the right to care for you, your family, and community. We appreciate their support of all local high school sports. Carrie Block and all of the local agents at First Choice Insurance in North Judson and Knox are proud supporters of high school sports and are here for all your insurance needs. Call 574-896-3482 for North Judson or 574-772-5370 for Knox. 5-0. The South Central Satellites got in early on the Tigers, and they are in control as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Coach, we kind of talked about it, and the Satellites may have Dylan Stewart figured out a little bit here, understanding what he wants to do. They're attacking it a different way than maybe Stewart was maybe thinking they would do to him.
Absolutely. They're not coming out here and being free swingers. They're working counts. They are putting the pressure on them with the idea of a bunt. They're running. They're getting on base. They're very aggressive, and probably to have 5 runs on only a couple hits. They're kind of feeding right off what Stewart's trying to do, which is get guys out, strike guys out.
And now we'll see the number 9 hitter for his first appearance of the afternoon, Tyler Chambers, the designated hitter. He swings and misses the first offered pitch from Elkins for strike 1, and Elkins to deal the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. From what I'm seeing, this is Chambers' first at bat of the season. And he'll swing and miss for strike 3. So 3 quick pitches from Elkins retires the number 9 hitter. Now we go back to the top of the batting order. It is Brad Erzik, the second baseman.
0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning.
Elkins, no pun intended, but he's having it his way. Might have to go to Burger King after this. Misses low for strike 1. I shouldn't have said that. They're not sponsors.
Oh, well.
0-1 from Elkins.
Need to work on that connection.
No kidding. We've got one in North Judson. There's one in North Judson. There's one in Knox.
Wanata.
1-1. Finds the zone. He likes that spot, and the umpire calls it.
Coach Thill is a long time. The home plate ump is Coach Thill, and he was a long-time coach at Boone Grove. So always had good pitchers, and so he's gonna give the pitchers their spots around the plate.
Next pitch misses for 2-2 here, and Elkins right to work to Erzik. That one misses inside for ball 3, and Coach, it looked close.
Maybe a little too far down.
So full count here from Colton Elkins to Brad Erzik, the second baseman. He'll kick and deal. Popped up back high to center
pretty well.
field. And he lost it. It went over the head of the center field. Center fielder Brad Erzik is digging for 2, and he'll stand in on second base.
The ball was hit well, right at the center fielder. He kind of turned the wrong way, started retreating, and then when he turned back to his right, the wind took the ball over his other shoulder, so it turned into a very tough play. Double all the way.
So now stepping into the box is Donovan Wittis, his second appearance.
Yeah, he struck out back in the first as well.
Elkins up top, ball one.
This is a pretty big at bat right here for the freshman. You can get that run home here in the third, make it anything on the board right now. As long as you don't see that 0 up there under the home team, will be big for the mentality.
The 1-0 finds the zone for Elkins. Runner in scoring position on 2, Brad Erzik for the Tigers with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss by Wittis. Couldn't quite catch up to it.
No, and there his, Elkins just did a good job. He threw the fastball down the middle. Wittis took it, and then he came with the breaking pitch. The next 2, just Wittis couldn't handle them.
And
good
Wittis
pitching.
Will go down on a strikeout there on the next pitch. And Coach Ed Lyon, Elkins is really showing up today.
Yeah, that's just an experienced pitcher right there, inexperienced hitter. And you see that all the time, and Wittis will come through that. Now we got our first intentional walk of the season.
Wow, so they will intentionally walk Dylan Stewart, and that's what we saw Morgan Township do to Dylan
all
last
day.
year.
All day in the regional, they put him on base. And
so that's a risk the Satellites want to – they're willing to risk it there and put Stewart at first. So now 2 on with 2 out, 1 in scoring position, fouling off first. Fouling off there on the first pitch is Ethan Daly, the cleanup hitter.
And those intentional walks don't hurt as bad when you have an experienced kid that has your trust on the mound. Those kids are able to work through that. And Morgan Township definitely had that kid last year. And from what I've seen so far, Elkins is the same type of a player.
1-1 here from Elkins. Popped up high by Daly. And it will be, it falls behind, an error. The Tigers will score off of this. My goodness. So Brad Erzik will bring a run home on error there, I assume, Coach. The second baseman, Carson Rinker.
It's a tough error. Ball that should have been caught day like this. I wouldn't fault you either way if you gave him a base hit or on by error.
Yeah, overcast skies, it's kind of hard to see that white ball up into the air. It matches the sky, and they lost track of where it's at. That moves Dylan from first to third, so Stewart 90 feet away. Runners in the corners for the Tigers, and this is Cody Vernich stepping in for his second plate appearance. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Vernich singled back in the second and stole second. This turned into a pretty big spot right here for Vernich to get them right back in the game.
Next pitch up top misses, ball 2. So Ethan Daly on first, Dylan Stewart on third. Runners in the corners, 2 outs here. Bottom of the third, 5-1. The Tigers trying to crawl back into this one. The 2-0. Good cut, but it fouls off, and it will hit a minivan. A little dent for mom and dad on the way home.
That's always a price to come into a high school baseball game.
My car almost got hit at Culver last week. 2-1, misses outside. So 3-1 here. Elkins tried the breaking ball, and he will walk Cody Vernich. So now the bases will be loaded, and the number 6 hitter, center fielder Lucas Kaiser, will step in for his second time today.
3-1 curveball right there. I think that was more of an intentional walk where he just threw the pitches. He didn't want Vernich to beat him right now. So big spot for Kaiser here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the third, down 4. The Tigers need something here, and Kaiser cuts and misses for strike 1. It's good to see Rick Snodgrass in the house today. Athletic director for Tri-Township, also head coach for the boys basketball team, as the next pitch finds the zone for strike 2. And ahead of the count, Elkins, he's trying to get out of the inning here quickly. Low and misses, and Kaiser thought about it. So now a 1-2 count here for Elkins to Kaiser. Bases loaded. The Tigers need this moment. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Kaiser goes down swinging. 3 left stranded, and Elkins gets out of the inning with only allowing 1 run.
1 run on 1 hit and 1 error.
Wow. Top of the 4th is on the way. The Satellites are really controlling this ball game, but the Tigers show signs of life. More to come after this.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Welcome, Matt Real Estate, our proud sponsors of local high school sports. They take care of agriculture, residential, and 1031 exchanges. Call them today at 574-896-5138. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on KVB's WKVI. 5-1, the South Central Satellites lead their rival, the Tri-Township Tigers from La Crosse, Indiana. Man, what the Tigers started to get going there, Elkins was able to shut it down.
Yeah, he was. He came up big and made several good pitches there when he really needed to get them back in the dugout and get their sticks back going again.
And the Tigers have Dylan Stewart on the mound, and he's creeping up there on quite a bit of pitches.
Yeah, both pitchers are right around 70 today through 3 innings, so that's more than you want to see a kid throw in 3 or go in 3 innings. So we'll be interesting to see how long both coaches stick with their starters today on the mound.
Yeah, the Tigers will see Bowman Academy on Wednesday, and then on the road at Westville on Friday. The Satellites will now have number 5 in the box. It's Noah Howard for his second appearance already, Coach, the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, he led off the second with a walk, scored a run, stole a base. So big part of that second inning offense.
Howard shows bunt again, and it fouls off out of play. 0-2 quickly here. Stewart can retire Howard here quickly. Get in a rhythm here. It might be helpful.
Yeah, and he'd be great. You'd love to see him in an inning where didn't have to throw as many pitches.
And the next one will miss outside for ball 1. And he's not wasting any time. The 1-2. Inside, dipping out of the way is Howard. 2-2 now. Stewart likes the sign from Wittes. And he delivers inside again at Howard. He really dipped out of the way. So a full count here. Stewart started at 0-2. The payoff. He will end up walking Noah Howard, and that one got away from Stewart.
Yeah, just a situation where he's 0-2. And then tries to throw that perfect pitch to get strike 3 and just missed on 4 straight. So, but give Howard credit. You know, he didn't go swinging at anything that wasn't in the zone. So good lead off at bat. Now we're back to the top.
Yeah, and falls for his 3rd appearance today. Stewart Falls showed bunt halfway and then pulled it. So it will be ball one.
And Falls so far with a single, a walk, stole a base, scored a run. So he's been right in the middle of the Satellites attack today.
The 1-0. Foul tip. He wanted to bunt and lay it down, but he couldn't get good placement on it, so 1-1 here. And he's doing so good, Coach, because he's got all the accessories.
Absolutely.
He's looking good. He's playing good. He's feeling good. Psychology, Coach.
Oh, and now I see he has the face covering on. Did he have that on last time?
Oh, yeah. He's got to stay warm. It's a little, what are those called? They go around the neck and you pull them up over your face.
I forgot all. Yeah. I tried to forget intentionally all that stuff over the COVID years.
But it is chilly here.
It is.
Yeah, 57 degrees, but it doesn't feel 57. It feels like 45. And there goes Howard to take two. The pitch gets past Donovan Wittis. So that allows Howard to get to two, and the Satellites have a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the top of the fourth.
It just seems so far that every inning is a replay of the inning before. Really, South Central's kind of having its will on its hitters are having the will on this game.
Oh, nice laid down bunt by Tay Falls, picked up by Dylan Stewart. He'll get the out, underhand toss to Cody Burnich, but that advances Noah Howard to 3, and the Satellites are knocking on the door again.
Yeah, and that's a great job. I think that's the first time the sac bunt has been successful, but good job, and we'll see if they can get that runner home from third.
Now we see Corbin DeWitt, the designated hitter, step in.
0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout.
Steps back in, looks at the 0-1, and it misses up top for ball one. DeWitt, a .235 average coming into today.
We'll see if a bunt's in order here. Maybe a squeeze, sacrifice squeeze.
Chopper foul down the right field line. He has a .409 on-base percentage. The senior, one of those players Coach Jones said he can rely on.
Good to have a few of those.
Yeah. You need a lot of those. 1-2 from Stewart, misses up top.
Again, here's a situation where you'd like to see him get the strikeout, but he can't miss and add another runner on base.
Ground ball back to Dylan Stewart. He throws home. They're going to get Howard in a pickle here between third and home. He throws down to Daly. Now back to Dylan Stewart, and he bobbled it. Rough throw by Ethan Daly, and that allows Noah Howard to bring another run across. And in the meantime, Corbin DeWitt will get to second.
Yeah. Fielder's choice by DeWitt. Pitcher, we had a run down between third to get that runner. Errant throw by the third baseman allowed the run to score. So we have one out, runner on second with a run in for the Satellites so far.
So now we see Nolan Jones step into the box, the number 3 hitter for his third time today. Swings and misses on the first offered pitch. 0-1 here.
And he was right on that pitch. That was probably the best swing a Satellite hitter has had today. But right on it.
He's got a .429 average. Nolan Jones does. Shows bunt. Now going to 3. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, another delay.
Wow. Corbin DeWitt will get to 3 and slide in safe. Wittis didn't see it either, and it was too late by the time he got it down to Daly. The 1-1. Grounder to Daly at 3. Throws over to first in time for out number 2, but a sacrifice RBI sees Corbin DeWitt come home. The second run crosses here in this inning for the Satellites, Coach.
Very productive at bat there for Jones. It's all you needed was a ground out and got that run home from third.
So it is now 6-1, the Satellites lead. And stepping up to bat his third time today is Nolan Eaton.
7-1 on that score.
7-1 now, thank you. 7-1 is the score now. Next pitch, big hit back to center field. It falls in front of the center fielder. It'll be a base hit for Nolan Eaton.
Hit that ball well. First ball, fastball, and he was right on it. And along with Jones and Eaton this third time through the lineup, much better swings this time around.
Getting the timing down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Eaton's second hit on the day.
Now Wyatt Dahl, his third appearance today, the junior.
Walked, struck out, and scored a run back in the third.
.353 batting average coming into today, a .500 on-base percentage, and he did well at his last up at bat.
And this is a big inning for South Central to answer. You know, look, Tri-Township cut that score to 5-1. A little momentum going into the home dugout, and then South Central comes right back out and puts 2 on the board. You know, that messes with the mentality.
Yeah, sure.
For sure.
2 outs, 1 on, top of the fourth. Stewart to deal. There goes Isaac Baum, the pinch runner, who gets to 2 on that thrown ball. 1-0 count to Wyatt Dahl. Stewart kicks and deals inside, and Dahl could have worn that one, but he dips out of the way for ball 2
There's
here.
been several that I've thought if South Central wanted to, they could
pour it on
have a lot of those today.
2-0 from Stewart to Dahl. He checks the pinch runner at 2. And that misses up top for ball 3 here. I guess it's technically courtesy runner, right?
I don't know. It wouldn't be a courtesy runner because Eaton's not the pitcher or the catcher.
So he can be the pinch runner.
It would have to be a pinch runner or a straight out sub. And I can't imagine unless there's an injury that they would sub out Nolan Eaton.
Boy, next pitch misses, and Stewart's behind the count 3-1 here. Dahl swings and misses for strike 2. He wanted it. So a full count again here for Stewart. Stewart checks Baum at 2, then he'll deliver. Baum takes 3, throw down to Daly, gets past, and it will walk Dahl. So runners in the corners for the Satellites. Wow.
Yeah, and this is it's one of those games where it's tough on Stewart's mentality right now as a pitcher. You know, everything's kind of going wrong. South Central's doing what they want to do. You know, it's really he's gritted to get to this point in the fourth, but it's been a tough outing for him.
The next pitch is inside of the hands to Carson Rinker, and that allows Wyatt Dahl to get to 2. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Satellites here with 2 outs, top of the fourth. Rinker steps back in, the 1-0 from Stewart. Outside, ball 2.
And Rinker flied out in the first, grounded out in the third.
And time called by the head umpire, and Stewart was already in his windup.
Yeah, he gave the hitter late time on that one. No harm done.
The 2-0. Swing and a miss by Carson Rinker. Now, does that pitch count?
No. Wasn't an official pitch. You mean towards the pitch count?
Right.
Yeah, no.
2-1, swing and a miss. Got a piece of it, you heard it, but that is strike 2, so it evens up at 2-2 here with 2 on in scoring position. Stewart right to work, the 2-2, popped up high, foul out of play. He's trying to get out of the inning now.
He is. That pitch, no pause at all. He just got it and was right back on the hill, ready to go.
Oh, inside. 3-2 now for Stewart. He doesn't want to load the bases up here, Coach. He got on base the last time. And he is in. Oh, and there's the swing and a miss. Was on deck, but he's not needed until the next half inning. Or the next inning, I should say, as Stewart gets the strikeout, Coach. That was a crazy inning there.
Yeah, it was. 2 runs on 1 hit and 1 Tiger error.
As this is the 4th inning stretch. Today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winamac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Tonight's game is also sponsored in part by Farm Fertilizer. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns.
One of our hometown businesses here in our area in Monterey, it's LAP Waste.
Being able to recycle is one of our main goals at LAP Waste. Being able to say that we only take about 8% of our trash to the dump is pretty impressive for us, and we hope to keep building on that.
We service an 80-mile circle from Monterey. If you have a small job, big job, or just have a one-time, we are here to make a difference in this area.
And that phone number, Kirby?
574-542-4019.
This afternoon's broadcast is sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon. We will see the number 7, 8, 9 hitter for the Tri-Township Tigers. It's Hector Osornio to lead things off for us. Osornio. And the first offered pitch is inside from Elkins. Ball called.
And Hector, as I'm going to call him, walked back in the 2nd inning. Osornio.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Seven to 1's the score. The Satellites have really had their way today. And the next offered pitch swung on a miss by Osornio.
And now what you'd like to see Elkins do here, 6-run lead. We're getting into the later innings. Pitch count is not bad. He's in the 60s. But just get through, get outs. And there he got that one on his curveball for
misses. Wow. So Elkins just showing us everything he's got today. Will retire Osornio for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. And now we will see Xavier Davis.
Yeah, Davis struck out back in the 2nd.
Elkins kicks, deals, foul tip. Strike 1. The 0-1 from Elkins. And it misses up top for ball 1, evening it up here. The 1-1. Outside. We talked about in the break their pitch count. Stewart's up there with over 100 pitches, it looks like.
Yeah, he is. He's had to really battle and fight to get the outs here today. You know, South Central's made him throw a lot.
2-1 from Elkins. And it finds the zone. It's a great job on the mound today for Elkins. 2-2. That one misses. He likes that breaking ball.
He does. And, you know, there gets to be a point in the game, like what I just said. You want him to get outs as quickly as you can at this point. I don't know when you get down to the bottom of the lineup if they need to see, if they need to see all three of your pitches.
Right. You don't want to give it all away to.
Well,
I see what you're saying.
And you don't need to throw something. He's had good command of his fastball. At some point, that pitch should be good enough.
Right. You don't have to throw. Right.
You don't need to get real fancy.
And there it was.
And just like that, he throws the curveball in for strike 3 called.
So strike 3 called, and that retires Xavier Davis. And now the number 9 hitter, Tyler Chambers, for his second time.
Yeah, Chambers struck out back in the 3rd inning.
Right-handed hitter. First pitch offered was the breaking ball again from Elkins. It misses up top for ball 1.
He likes that pitch, like we just said.
It's fun for him.
That's okay.
The 1-0. And Falls does his best to reposition that pitch.
Oh, yeah. Thought by moving his glove a foot from the left-handed batter's box over the plate, he was going to fool the umpire on that one.
2-0 from Elkins. And that one's up top and misses. You can tell the way Falls plays this is his sport. You can just tell this is his sport.
He watches a lot of baseball, I can tell you.
Yeah. 3-0. And a swing and a miss by Tyler Chambers. He's just got it down, Coach.
And it may sound like I'm making fun of the young man, but I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I
love
it.
He's emulating the game.
Absolutely.
The 3-1. Finds the zone.
I would take 9 kids just like him if he was on my team.
He loves the game. Full count from Elkins. And that finds the zone. Going down looking is Chambers for out number 3. Not much going in that one as we will take a quick break and come back. 7-1, the Satellites lead. The Tri-Township Tigers, top of the 5th, is on the way.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking. In 4-hour dinners with friends. In that first bite of something new. And in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Culver's Portside Marina is part of the broadcast. They can make sure your boat is ready for the spring and summer. Get your watercraft taken care of by contacting Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. Tonight's game is finally brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. We go to the top of the 5th, 7-1. The Satellites lead the Tri-Township Tigers in this rivalry battle. Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon. We're so glad you've joined us here on Monday night, April 21st, fresh off of Easter weekend. We hope you had a fantastic Easter as the first offered pitch from Stewart is a called ball. Next one. Misses outside. Stewart still on the mound, over 100 pitches here in this one. The Tigers are staying with him as this is Hunter Like into the box with a 2-0 count. Swings and misses for strike 1. So Stewart's still on the mound here. And Like steps back in for the 2-1. And it will be called a strike. Evens up at 2-2 here We talked about the Tigers' schedule. They have a game Wednesday and then a game on Friday. And sticking with Stewart here, that may be head coach Shinrod saying we're riding this out to the end. As there is a hit by pitch, Hunter Like will take his base.
And Hunter didn't have much choice on that one. That ball was riding in on him, and he tried to turn, but it got him, and good for him. One of my favorite plays in the game, if you haven't figured that out by now.
That?
I love the hit by pitch.
Really?
I do. Tells you a lot about a kid.
As the next pitch is a
That one's gonna
dribbler
stay
down the
fair.
right
Good
field
bunt.
line, and Stewart will overthrow Cody Burnich. This means Hunter Like is at 3. He's turning for home. Oh my gosh, he's going to get home easily, and standing in at 2 is Jackson Spears, who laid down a nice dribbler down the right field line.
Yeah, it goes as a sacrifice bunt. And error on Dylan Stewart for throwing the ball over the first baseman's head down there. So it turns into a 2-base error.
Now Noah Howard up to bat for his 3rd time already today. Right? Or is this his 4th?
Yeah, 3rd at bat.
Third, yeah.
Scored twice, 2 stolen bases, 2 walks. So good game out of the 9-hole.
And yeah, no kidding.
Great game out of the 9-hole.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want. Like you talked in the
Absolutely.
pregame. He will foul tip a bunt for 0-1. And Stewart, another bunt laid down perfect down the left field
That's
line towards
perfect.
3rd base. Stewart throws over to first. Not in time. And Noah Howard, coach.
That's a beautiful bunt right there.
And this takes him back to the top of the batting order.
Yeah, and we're in the 5th inning now. We're in a little bit of danger time right now for the Tigers.
I mean, you come in, if you're told you're going to get 4 at-bats, that's a pretty good night.
Great day.
So Tay Falls will step in.
Do you know what this?
Bunt laid down back to Ethan Daly at 3rd. Throws over to first, not in time. Gets the runner Jackson Spears to home. And then getting to 3 is Noah Howard. So an RBI single?
It's a sac bunt.
Sacrifice
and then
bunt.
It is an RBI. So it's a sac bunt and an RBI.
Because Falls is at 1, and now at 3 is Noah Howard.
So we've had 3 consecutive sac bunts.
And throwing down a bunt was Corbin DeWitt for his 4th appearance today. Fouls off for 0-1. There goes Falls to take 2. Stewart doesn't even pay attention to it. He deals. Low into the dirt. Wittes stops it from getting past. And now it's a 1-1 count here to Corbin DeWitt. One from Stewart. Misses up top, and a good eye there from DeWitt, the designated hitter. Ooh. And that one was coming right at the head of DeWitt, and he ducked out of the way. My back hurt watching that. 3-1 from Stewart here. And he will end up walking Corbin DeWitt, and it looks like head coach Shinrod, yep. Oh, he pitched all the way. As many pitches as he was allowed to pitch. What's the rule again on that?
You get 120 starting a batter. So if he would have reached 120 in that at bat to DeWitt, he could finish that at bat.
So that will be Dylan Stewart's day. The Satellites are able to bring 9 runs across on Stewart through his 120 pitches here this afternoon. He made it all the way to the top of the 5th. With no outs, the Tigers are going to go with Brad Urzik, number 12.
And all this done here in the 5th for the Satellites. Started with a hit by pitch, sacrifice bunt next batter, sacrifice bunt, and then a walk. So just the little things in baseball are just adding up to big things for South Central here.
So in relief for Stewart, as I said, was Brad Erzik. He has a 6 ERA coming into today. He has pitched 4.2 innings before this afternoon. He has allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 base on balls, and has 7 strikeouts through the 17 batters he has faced.
And we'll see if the strategy stays the same as we get a different pitcher in here. You know, I think the bunt strategy, I haven't seen South Central play this year, but I would bet you they haven't bunted as much as they have tonight. And I don't know if that was strictly by design to deal with Dylan Stewart. So we'll find out here real quick. Bases loaded, nobody out. I would almost guarantee they aren't bunting right now with the heart of their lineup coming up with Jones, Eaton, and Wyatt Dahl. I think if Coach Jones put the bunt sign down right now, I think he'd get a lot of second looks from these big hitters.
So Stewart will move to second. That's where Erzik was pulled from. And now stepping into the box is Nolan Jones for his 4th time today.
Yeah, he had an RBI ground out last at bat. He's walked and he struck out today.
Remind our listeners the bases are loaded with no outs. First pitch is up top from Erzik, ball 1 here.
Yeah, this is an at bat where your 3, 4, 5 hitters are really, their mouths are watering right now. They want to get something to get some RBIs in here.
Next one misses down low, and to add to that, to your point, the Satellites are probably thinking, hey, let's go ahead and get 2 more runs to get that 10-run rule.
Absolutely.
Shut
when
them down to the bottom.
When the temperature's in the 50s and you have a chance to maybe get on the bus early, you know that. Both dugouts are aware of that.
Boy, what a day for the Satellites if that comes true. You get on the bus late and get on the bus early. What a great day. 2-0 here from Stewart. Misses outside. And that will walk. Wow, that will walk Nolan Jones, and bringing home the 10th run is Noah Howard. Base is still loaded here. It is now 10-1 in the top of the 5th. Nolan Eaton, the cleanup hitter here. It doesn't get any easier, Coach.
Yeah, he's had 2 hits and then flied out to left, so.
And Erzik's first pitch up top misses for ball 1.
And this is a tough spot for Erzik to come in. Runners on base. Hasn't really been able to warm up other than the few pitches he gets.
The next one misses inside.
So it's not easy to do what Erzik's trying to do right now.
From Erzik. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Eaton. We talked about throwing the timing off, with the Satellites, and for their reasoning, they had some, traffic issues or whatever it was, but that just standing around and waiting for the Tigers may have really kind of thrown things off.
There's no doubt it does.
Ripped right up the middle. Here comes the 11th run. It's Tay Falls. Here comes the 12th run. It's Corbin DeWitt. So now it's 12-1 and a 2 RBI single for Nolan Eaton.
Yeah, he's hit it right where it was pitched. It was low and over the plate. Lined it right back up the middle.
So the Satellites are slowly getting back to where they were last year against the Tigers here. Last year, 22-4 was the final. The Satellites won at home. Now here we are a year and 6 days later, the Satellites lead 12-1 against Tri-Township as they host. 1-0 found off out of play, evens up at 1-1 here for Wyatt Dahl.
Wyatt Dahl struck out in the first, walked twice, scored a run, stole a base. I think when you sit down to do the stats at the end of the game, you're going to see that a lot of the South Central kids have done a lot of the same things.
Oh, wow. It'll be a base hit over the head of the shortstop. Dahl gets to first. Coach Jones is telling Nolan Jones to stay at 3.
Well, he was waving him. I don't know if
he just looked at Nolan and said, "Why were you going home? You didn't listen to me."
I'm assuming that's his son.
You know,
I'm just putting the last names together.
I'm
guessing.
That. But Coach Brent Jones, he's a young guy.
Well,
he's a young guy. He played baseball at Valpo.
Yeah.
You probably knew that.
I was aware of that, yes. Carson Rinker here in another spot where lots of runners on base. He can do something big here.
Well, this game just got away from the Tigers here, as Erzik will deal to Rinker low and away for ball 1. The 1-0 from Erzik. Ooh. And dipping out of the way is Carson Rinker. If he didn't move, that would have hit him in the helmet.
It would have got him in the head.
2-0, Erzik to deliver. Outside, but it's called strike. He paused. I thought maybe it was a ball, but no, it hits that corner.
That's one of those. It's 12-1. It's 50-some degrees, and
ready to go home.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little expansion of the strike zone here.
That time he couldn't expand it that wide. It was inside for ball 3.
Yes, it was.
So Erzik, with the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 5th, is in trouble. A 3-1 count, finds the zone. 3-2 here.
All this, there's still nobody out.
Who started the inning?
He's on deck, Hunter Like.
My gosh. Full count, swung on and missed, and going down swinging is Carson Rinker. And now the individual that Coach just said started the inning, Hunter Like, will step into the box for his 4th time.
And Hunter Like, hit by pitch, walk, single, 2 stolen bases, 2 runs.
Next pitch up top.
So, yeah, he led this inning off with the hit by pitch and scored the first run here in the 5th.
This is just like deja vu, the Culver-Winamac game where Hutch Martin did the same thing. Popped up high by Like. Dylan Stewart trying to make a play, but he can't get to it.
Great effort by Dylan right there.
So that will make it a 1-1 count here.
That play right there will tell you a lot about Dylan Stewart. You know, didn't have the best day on the mound, got replaced to go out to the field. And for a big number 1 starting pitcher, that's not a good feeling, getting knocked out. But to see that effort on a ball that,
hasn't given up.
No, hadn't given up, and he went hard. Went hard and got his white jersey dirty sliding in the grass down there.
The next pitch missed, so a 2-1 count here from Erzik. Good eye there, misses up top for ball 3. The 3-1 from Erzik. He will end up walking Hunter Like, and that brings another run across for the Satellites. That's Nolan Jones. So now it is 13-1. The Satellites lead their rival, the Tri-Township Tigers. And now we will see Jackson Spears for his 4th time today.
Sacrifice bunt earlier this inning, reached base and scored a run.
Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. The Satellites came in today 1-6. The Tigers 2-2. But we'd mentioned the Satellites competition that they've seen through those 7 games is very good. They've seen New Prairie, who is a big-time team right now. They've seen who else did they see? They also
Portage.
And They lost to Fairfield, Jimtown.
Wheeler, Fairfield, Jimtown.
Yeah.
Those are all. There isn't a bad loss in those.
And I think we've kind of seen from the Satellites what kind of team they are today. You know, like we talked, you don't really know who you are when you're getting shellacked.
No. But I think we saw that they're going to have good at-bats, at least today. They're going to do all the little things well. They run the bases well. They make contact. They bunt well.
Which is huge. We found out today.
Absolutely huge.
2-2 inside. Full count here for Erzik. I mean, could you use that same, the style that the Satellites played today? Could that game plan be implemented every game? Or do you or is that just...
It can be. I think, and we talked about this a little bit off the air, I think the game plan today was drawn up to try to get in the starting pitcher, try to deal with maybe something to make Dylan Stewart throw more pitches, to get into his head a little bit. I think they were trying to just be like gnats.
Right.
But
just
that won't always be annoying.
That won't always work.
It depends, because depending on who you're facing, if I'm pitching, I'm throwing a strike, letting him bunt. We're going to field it. We're going to get that out. Whereas it's kind of, we didn't have that approach out of Tri-Township today.
Howard pops one up into the infield. He was up next. They ended up walking Jackson Spears. It brought Nolan Eaton home. It's 14-1. And then Noah Howard just gets a pop-up fly, and it is out. And we go back to the top of the batting order for the fifth time. Here it is. Tay Falls, the leadoff man. What a huge inning for the Satellites.
My scorebook is a certified mess right now. Just telling you.
How would the pros do it?
Not a lot of seven-run
innings happen.
7-run innings in MLB.
The 0-1 from Erzik to Falls misses up top, and Wittes had to really jump up to get it. He's been through it today. Bases are loaded with 2 outs here, top of the fifth. The Tigers are trying to get out of it. They'll have a lot of work to do if they want to continue this game past 5 innings. The next pitch misses up top for ball 2.
All right, the scorebook is corrected. I've identified the 3 people that are on base, got the outs right. We're ready to roll.
2-1. Inside 3. Oh, he's going to call it strike 2. Evens up 2-2 here. Moving us right along. Big pitch here for Erzik to get out of the inning. Not allow any more runs to cross, as he will deal and he will miss. Full count.
Now the big merry-go-round will be in motion. All 3 base runners will be moving on the pitch. So we'll see what happens.
Erzik, the 3-2. There they go. Misses, and that will walk. Tay Falls. And what did you see there? Is that just a normal thing that happens at that moment?
Yeah, when there's
2 outs, full
3-2,
count.
full count. Something is it's a motion pitch. Something is happening.
No matter what, something's
no matter
you're
what.
Either walking.
You're either or if someone hits it, you got to run. Yes.
So that'll bring another run across Wyatt Dahl. It is now 15-1. And in the box for his 4th time is Corbin DeWitt. He takes the first pitch, ball 1. Bases loaded, and the Tigers are in a nightmare right now.
DeWitt walked and scored here earlier this inning.
Ooh,
it hit him.
It hit him. And he will take his base. Corbin DeWitt, and coming home is another Satellite 16-1. This is Hunter-like bringing it across. The Satellites really just stretch things out here, and now here comes head coach Mike Shinrod.
Looks like the freshman's going to get a shot on the hill here.
They're going to give the ball to Hector Osornio. So Erzik wasn't able to get the Tigers out of the inning.
And my pitching stats right now are beyond legible, so
don't worry about it.
Sorry about that, everybody out there listening.
So Osonio will go to the mound to warm up. I assume they'll put Erzik probably back to 2 and maybe Stewart at short, but we'll see what the Tigers officially do. The next person up to bat for the Satellites will be Nolan Jones, the right fielder, for his 4th time today.
Yeah, Nolan has RBI, a walk, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. And I'm not joking. This is in 9 batters in this game keeping a scorebook. I have never seen a more balanced lineup where every player
is doing something.
It's very similar.
They're
It'll make
contributing.
the play of the game and the player of the game are going to be interesting decisions by us here in a little bit. But just looking straight across, I mean, they have 7 runs out of their 7, 8, 9 hitters. Just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, it was a good lineup today. And we kind of mentioned it, when you are beaten, and you just keep getting beat, but like the Satellites were getting beat just by New Prairie, they weren't even able to score. That weighs on you a little bit.
And it says something about your team, too. When you can take that kind of a beating and pop back the next day and just play the game the right way.
Yeah.
I mean, and they didn't have time to think about this tonight.
No.
I mean, I don't think we need to lightly go into this, but there's something to be said for a bunch of teenagers getting off a bus, warming up for 12 minutes and playing a game. They didn't have time to think.
Just boom, boom, boom.
Do your business and go. They didn't even take an infield.
And I think that, the way head coach Brent Jones and the coaching staff have gone about this game today was A+.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they had the right idea from top to bottom.
Yeah, and I think as we get into the Porter County Conference tournament, as we get into the 1A sectional, I think this may be a blueprint where if you're going to face Dylan Stewart,
I was just getting ready to say that. This is what you do.
I'm sure Coach Jones will get some calls. Hey, how'd you get to him?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? Because this kid doesn't give up.
No, not like this.
No.
This is a rare
It doesn't
occurrence.
happen.
So Osornio has been warming up. He will now see Nolan Jones. Osornio delivers. Up top for ball 1. Freshman Osornio has only pitched 1 inning coming into tonight. And he will get a strike there. 1-1 count to Nolan Jones. 1-1 from Osornio. Up top, ball 2. Through the 1 inning he has pitched up to tonight, he's allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 base on balls, and is still looking for his first strikeout in the 4 batters he has faced. This is the 5th. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Jones wanted it.
Yeah, Jones had a big cut there at the 2-1 pitch.
Two from Osornio. He will end up beaning Nolan Jones, and that will bring another run across as the bases are still loaded, folks. That is number 4, Jackson Spears, bringing one across. It's now 17-1. The South Central Satellites lead here in the top of the 5th. It's more than a 10-run rule. If the Tigers are not able to get it within 10 runs in the bottom of the 5th, this game will be over early.
I think we need to check. This is Nolan Eaton's spot, but I think it's Baum hitting.
It is.
So it was a straight sub.
And it's a grounder that isn't able to get gloved by Ethan Daly, so that will be an RBI. On air?
It's
close.
The RBI is taken away because it was an error.
So it is, okay.
So there's no RBI.
But it does bring,
reached on an error, but it did
bring
do the job and got a run home.
And now it's 18-1. Now we will see Wyatt Dahl in the box for his 4th time. 1-0 count. Took it up top from Osornio. Bases are juiced. Finds the zone there. Osornio. The Tigers really having trouble here in the 5th to get out of this inning. Low and inside for ball 2. Boy, if there was a wound or a cut that happened earlier on in the game, it really opened up here in the 5th.
It did.
2-1.
Those things, I mean, in this game, in any game, they happen. What did I see? An NBA playoff game the other night. The Grizzlies got beat by 51 points.
Yeah,
it happens.
2-2 from Osornio. Good cut by Wyatt Dahl, but it fouls off out of play. Keeps it 2-2 here. I don't even remember what the score was at the beginning of this inning.
7-1.
Gee whiz. They've had 11 runs crossed, now 12, as Osornio will unfortunately hit Wyatt Dahl, and then bringing a run home was Corbin DeWitt. So now it's 19-1. The Satellites have scored 12 runs in this half inning.
Well, maybe this can be Carson Rinker's breakout at bat here. He's had his last 3 at bats. I believe he's had 9 guys on base through those. Couple strikeouts and a ground out.
First pitch offered to Carson Rinker is a called strike, his 4th appearance today. Shout out to one of our loyal listeners, Robert Warsler, tuning in this afternoon. It's the 0-2 from Osornio. Swung on, popped up, foul, out of play. We also have a score update. The Culver Cavaliers are able to get their first win of the season over Elkhart Christian today, 10-1. I'm being told Jonas McEwen threw a no-hitter today, Coach.
Good for him. We saw him pitch last week and really threw well in a loss to Winamac.
The 1-2, or the next pitch, is a ball. Now it is 1-2 to Carson Rinker.
You know, and I've been in games like this, and it's a tough spot for everybody to be in. You know, it's a tough spot for South Central to be in. When do you stop scoring runs? How do you stop scoring runs? It's tough for lacrosse when everything you do, you can't get guys out.
At all.
It's just a
feel like
just a bad situation.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
2-2 here from Osornio. Big cut back to left field. It goes foul. A nightmare for the Tigers, a wet dream for the Satellites here. They are in command, 19-1 right now. 2-2 from Osornio.
Ooh.
It won't stop. It falls into the gap. It'll be a RBI single. It'll be a 2 RBI double.
3 RBI double.
3 RBI double. Now he's going for 3. They're going to tag him at home, and that'll be out number 3.
2 RBI double.
Oh, man. So they tag.
Well, I think I mentioned it was tough on the Satellites, too. I believe that they ran into that out at the plate.
Right, on purpose.
So
just let's get us out.
Yeah.
21-1. The Satellites put 14 runs on the board in the top of the 5th. The Tigers, they've got a lot of work to do. We'll be back for it to see what they can do. Bottom of the 5th on the way.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Construction is a proud supporter of all local high school sports. Call Chad Keen at Keener Construction today for all your construction needs at 574-806-1387. Let Keener Construction build your home today. Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local high school sports and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home in Stark County. Call them at 574-896-2567. Finally, Sideline Automotive is a hometown proud auto care shop, recently voted Stark County's best for tires and oil changes. Call Joe today at 574-249-5537. It's all satellites here in La Crosse, Indiana, as they lead the Tri-Township Tigers 21-1. 14 runs crossed in the top of the fifth. As we enter the bottom of the fifth, the Tigers, they need to get this within 10 runs to keep this game going, Coach. That's going to be hard.
Absolutely, and we got a new pitcher, Carson Rinker, coming off his big 2 RBI double there to close the scoring in the fifth. Now he's on the mound to close this thing out.
So Rinker on the mound. In his 2.1 innings pitched, he has allowed 6 hits, 8 runs, 3 base on balls, has 4 strikeouts, has faced 11 at-bats. The right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, he's a freshman. I believe I had his dad during my time at South Central, so kind of reminds me of him. His dad was a good player.
Just the mannerisms?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so funny. My dad would always say, well, at least you know it wasn't the mailman. If he walks and talks like me, he's definitely mine. So now we will see for the Tigers. This is number...
Should be top of the
12,
order.
Yeah, top of the batting order, Brad Erzik. Is this his first appearance or
third at bat?
Third appearance.
Third at bat. He's he had a hit and scored the only run back in the third.
So the Tigers have a lot of work to do. We'll see what happens here in the bottom of the fifth as the first offered pitch is a called strike.
This is a very good spot for Coach Jones and the Satellites to get a freshman pitcher on the mound in a conference game. Great spot. It's like you said. You know, he really has to pitch badly to get pulled out of this game.
Yeah.
So you give him a chance to make some mistakes and maybe get a little confidence. Absolutely.
1-1 count here from Rinker to Erzik. Low and away, hits the dirt. Also a new catcher. That's number 24, Rocco Wallace.
And again, good for your subs to get in a conference game here.
Looks like they moved Tay Falls to shortstop. Ball up top, 3-1 here for Rinker.
Yeah, I don't recognize him with all that protective gear. Offensively and defensively.
He's a fashionista, Coach. Swings and misses the 3-1. Erzik does. Full count here. One of my coaches always had a saying. He goes, if you got to wear the armbands, just wear it, but you better play good. If you want to look good, you better play good.
That's a little more important.
Full count. Rinker swung on and
good
missed.
Pitch.
Out number 1.
And to Fall's credit, he's been absolutely worthy of wearing all that gear today. Scored 3 runs, got a couple RBIs, a couple sacrifice bunts, reached on air, 2 stolen bases, so he's had a whale of a game.
He just looks like a baseball
player.
Does.
He just absolutely.
Does. I mean, just watching him walk, the way he talks, the way his mannerisms are.
And has a little Jose Altuve, Dustin Pedroia in him. He's not a very big guy.
I was thinking Lindor.
Yeah, he's a little smaller than Francisco Lindor is a pretty big guy.
Is he actually? Is Lindor pretty big?
Yes.
Up to bat right now for the Tigers is Donovan Wittes. His third appearance today.
Third at bat here.
1-1 from Rinker. Swung on and fouled
that's
off.
Got car window written all over it, just off the bumper.
That was close to mine. Mine's the next car over. That would have been bad. I'm waiting on one of these days. My window's broke. 1-2. Grounder to third, bounces. Good job staying in front of it. Throws over to first, and they get the second out.
Good arm across right there. Fine play by the third baseman.
Hunter-like.
Yep.
And he gets it over to Wyatt Dahl for out number 2. So the Satellites are trying to end this here and now.
Yeah, Light got to show off his arm a little bit. Played that on the big hop, backed up a step, and fired a bullet across the infield.
We also have another score update. The Knox Redskins beat their rival, the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays, 11-1 and 5, Coach.
Wow, that's a huge win.
Good job for the Redskins. We will see both of those teams in action tomorrow for Game 2 of that rivalry matchup in North Judson. Myself along and Kevin Hannon. It's rivalry week here on WKVI as Dylan Stewart's in the box, takes the next pitch, called ball 2-0 here. It is rivalry week. The Tigers face the Satellites today, the Redskins and Blue Jays tomorrow. Thursday's Winnemac West Central softball, then Friday's Winnemac Knox softball. As here is the third out, popped up, back to shortstop. Tay falls, and he grabs it for out number 3. That is the end of the game. 21-1 in 5. The South Central Satellites beat the Tri-Township Tigers in a rivalry battle. We have a lot of work to do in our Collins Insurance post-game show. We have our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game, also our Ashley Derrickson 5-star Player of the Game. That's all coming up next in the Collins Insurance post-game show.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration your local Armstrong dealer a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
21-1 is the final as the South Central Satellites beat their rival, the Tri-Township Tigers. Very reminiscent of last year's matchup. We were there for that one at South Central. 22-4 was the final last year as the Satellites won. Fast forward a year and 6 days, Coach. The Satellites win again, 21-1. Just a dominant performance for the Satellites.
Businesslike. They knew the game plan coming in. They executed the game plan, which is more important than anything. They did everything they wanted to do out here. You know, they got just enough from Elkins. He was good. Probably wasn't great, you know, in his own mind. You know, he was serviceable. He got 4 innings, but it took him 83 pitches to do it. And they scored more runs than the other team, finally, and that was a good win for them to get them going.
And they made Dylan Stewart have to pitch more than he anticipated.
They did, and, you know, talked about it in the pregame on which pitcher would settle in. And, I don't think Dylan ever got settled in today. They got a couple runs off of him early, and at times I don't think he ever had as good command. I saw him twice last year in playoff games, and he had more command. He could put the ball where he wanted it. Today he struggled with his fastball control, and as it turns out, that was kind of the story of the game.
The writing on the wall, as L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication and recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. Local Union USW 9551 is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They believe in the future of these young adults and wish them luck as they take on their opponents this season. Finally, Reynolds Funeral Home of Hamlet and Coons Lake have been proud supporters of local high school sports since 1952. Contact them today at 574-867-3321 for Hamlet or 574-586-2120 for Coons Lake. Well, we have an idea who our player of the game will be, but the play of the game is something that Coach Hannon and I will have to have a chat about here in the break. We'll take a quick one and come back as our Stark County Co-op play of the game is up next here in the Collins Insurance Postgame Show.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Dominant performance for the South Central Satellites, beating PCC foe, the Tri-Township Tigers, 21-1. I turn things over to our sports analyst, Kevin Hannon, for our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game.
Well, in trying to run back through this game in my mind, we had 8 different players for South Central collect RBIs. We had 8 different players score more than 2 runs.
My gosh.
Crazy. So when you're trying to do this player of the game, play of the game, I'm going to go right off the get-go, top of the first. Tay Falls leads off with a walk. They try to bunt him to second, didn't get the job done. Kid hits a ground ball, falls at third, or Falls steals third.
Right.
Catcher throws the ball into left field, and the tone was set.
From that moment.
Right there. We knew they were going to run. We knew they were going to try to bunt and be aggressive on the base paths, and it just never slowed down from there. So that will be my play of the game.
The very first at bat, rare occurrence there. Congratulations to Tay Falls for getting that play of the game. As we'll take a quick break, our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is up next.
Hello there. Is this that Last Choice Insurance?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
You mean Second Choice Insurance?
We offer homeowners, auto, farm, commercial, life. Let us know how we can be of guidance.
Okay, I got it now. First Best Insurance.
So contact us, First Choice Insurance, at 574-896-3482 at North Judson, or jingle us at 574-772-5370, and one of our wonderful local agents will take care of you.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson Santerre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, Star. 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
So what are you thinking, Coach?
Well, we've talked about all the offensive things South Central did well, and just because we did that, I'm going to go with the defensive guy. The man on the mound, Colton Elkins, went 4 innings, threw 83 pitches, gave up 1 run, 2 hits, struck out 12, and walked 3. Again, wow. I would say in his mind, he probably wasn't the sharpest he's been all year, but very effective. South Central kept putting runs on the board, and he kept putting up goose eggs. The 1 inning they touched him in the 3rd for a run, but he was good today.
And in a battle against Dylan Stewart, you'll take the win with pride.
Absolutely. It's hard to win it, or hard to lose a game when you only give up 1 run.
Well, congratulations to Colton Elkins helping his team, leading the charge on the mound, beating the Tri-Township Tigers here in this one. Well, KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action tomorrow night to see the North Judson Santerre Blue Jays host their heated cross-county rival, the Knox Redskins. Myself and Kevin Hannon will be going live at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Final word from you tonight, Coach.
Oh, it's just one of those things where rivalry game, you don't know what's going to happen, and I don't think either one of us expected this outcome today, but that's the joys of high school sports when you're dealing with teenagers.
Well, the Satellites moved to 2-6, the Tigers to 2-3 as our final in this one saw the South Central Satellites beat the Tri-Township Tigers 21-1. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball. For our sports analyst Kevin Hannon, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing and JT's Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5-Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.